Do you ask yourself sometimes if you are walking in the right path or if you're making the right decisions in life? Well, stay in this video because I want to share with you guys what has helped me and the revelation that God gave me about this. So stay right here. Happy Saturday. Well, I don't really know when you're watching this, but I'm recording this on Saturday. So happy Saturday, guys. Today I want to talk about something that literally shifted my mind because I was having a different perspective of things, and then God gave me revelation about this specific topic, and is perspective, right? On how you look at life, the decisions you make, and the path that you take in life sometimes, right? So I want to talk about decisions. Sometimes in life we make decisions, and there's really two paths that you're gonna walk. You're either gonna walk the path with God, and you're gonna walk the path with the world, right? You're gonna walk the path alone. That's what that really means. So what is the difference between walking with God and walking with the world? And how do you know if you are walking with God or if you're walking with the world? This is really simple, and it's the outcome that you are having. So let's put it this way, right? When you walk with God, you gotta depend on God a lot of times. Like, God will put you, not God, but life will put you in situations where you gotta trust God and you gotta depend on God, and that sometimes looks hard, but we gotta just trust God, right? And the other path is depending on yourself. You're in control. A lot of people like to be in control. A lot of people, they just feel like, oh, it's better this way, and like I'm walking the right path just because I'm making decisions. But let's be honest, if you're taking that path out of desperation, let me tell you one thing, desperation is not from God. So right in there, you know that you're not walking in a path that God put you to, right? God didn't put you in that path because you picked that path because of desperation, right? So when you pick that path, right, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take the easy path, and I'm gonna make decisions, I'm in control, and I feel like this is the best decision that I could make. Okay, that path sometimes it's gonna look easier because you are in control, you're making the decision, and it almost gonna look like victory, right? Like everything is going good for you, whatever you're getting, you're having breakthroughs and da 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 da. And then that path is gonna start easy, and then as you go through it, it's gonna start getting hard. And you're gonna start experiencing anxiety, you're gonna start experiencing depression, you might start experiencing a lot of things, and things that you never thought that were gonna happen, they started to happen, okay? Now, when you walk in the other path, you walk the path of God, yes, it's gonna be painful. There's a lot of sacrifices that you're gonna have to make, okay? There's gonna be a lot of sacrifices that you have to make, and it's gonna be painful at the beginning. Why? Because God is literally healing things from the past. God is exposing things that you should have never had in your life anyways, right? So God is gonna bring that person that He intended you to be out. And in order for that to happen, a lot of habits from the past, a lot of things that you went through, they have to heal. You gotta forgive a lot of people, and it's a whole process, okay? And it might be painful at the beginning, and it might look hard because you're trusting God, and you're like, God, like, why am I stuck? But God knows why you're stuck, and there's something that God has to do before you move forward, okay? Because there's a lesson in that pain, right? So you're gonna start walking that path, and it's gonna look hard at the beginning, okay? It's gonna look hard at the beginning, and then so you're gonna start walking that path, and it's gonna look hard at the beginning, okay? There's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be things that you're gonna have to handle, that you're gonna have to deal with, and a lot of things are gonna be brought to the light, right? Things that you're dealing with, issues from like trauma from when you were a kid and stuff, they're gonna be exposed. And you're gonna have to deal with that. Sometimes we wanna hide the things the traumas that we have, or the things that we feel in our heart, and God takes you through that path, and then He starts exposing those things, and then you start like, that makes sense, that that's why I'm stuck with finances, that's why I'm stuck with my personal life, my relationships, and those are things that you gotta deal with. Okay, so it's gonna look hard, you're gonna go through pain, but then it's gonna get easy. All right, it's gonna get easier and easier and easier. You know why? Because with God, you pay the bill at the beginning, right? With God, you pay the price at the beginning. You sacrifice at the beginning to then get the big reward. All right, and the big reward could be breakthrough. The big reward could be prosperity. The big reward could be, anything, a desire that you have in your heart. And it could also be heaven, right? I think that's the biggest reward that we're chasing after, heaven, right? And being with God, that lover, the lover of our soul. Nobody's gonna love us like He does. So that's victory, right? So you go through all these things and then boom, victory, right? Now, in the other hand, you go through this path where it looks easier, okay? And it looks like victory, but guess what? With the enemy, you get the bill at the end. You pay the price at the end, okay? And how do you pay that price? Well, you pay that price with anxiety. You get that price with being with the wrong person and not being happy, right? You pay the price on just doing things and making decisions in your life that you were never supposed to make. You were never supposed to be in that place that maybe you are right now, but because you were desperate, because you wanted to have control, you made that decision, and now you're walking down this path, okay? And this path could be a delay to your victory, and that's only because God has mercy on us. So God can have mercy on us, and we are delaying our victory. We are delaying our victory, right? But then the other outcome could be hell. The other outcome could be hell. Remember, when you're walking with God and you're walking with the enemy, they're two opposite things. You're gonna experience the opposite thing. With God, you're gonna experience patience. With the enemy, you're gonna experience desperation. With God, you're gonna experience happiness. With the enemy, you're gonna experience depression. You're gonna experience all this. So there's always an opposite feeling and emotion, right? Depending on where you're walking, on who you're walking with, right? So guys, if you are in the middle right now, okay, or maybe you are already walking one of these two paths, right? Maybe you're walking with God already and you can relate with me. Or maybe you are in a path where you're like, yes, I'm going through anxiety, I'm going through depression. It's okay. And this is an example I'm gonna put you. See, when we go to places, sometimes there's like an emergency exit. There's like an emergency, and you're walking through it, and then they have emergency exit, and it's because maybe you can't complete whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you have to get out because you just don't feel comfortable in that and doing what it is that you're doing. Okay, so let's put it this way. Right now that you're watching this video, this could be your emergency exit. Okay, if you're going through this path and you're like, yeah, I feel like I'm in control, I did this out of desperation, and I'm in a situation where I feel like I'm not walking in the path of God, and I feel like I'm not gonna get victory at the end. So this is what I recommend you. I recommend you to get out of there. I recommend you to get through that exit door and find help. Guys, the love of God is not only for me, but it's also for you. Freedom is not only for me, but it's also for you. And I truly believe that there's gonna be people in this call that are gonna relate, and they're gonna hit that exit, that emergency exit. They're gonna go and they're gonna get through that door, and they're gonna experience freedom. And the only way that you can do that is by allowing God to change your life. Listen, yes, I've done a lot of things, and maybe you know me because I'm a trader, because I've spoken on stages, and because I've educated a lot of people in like business. But I will tell you one thing, that's not my biggest accomplishment. That is definitely not my biggest accomplishment. My biggest accomplishment is that I'm a daughter of God, and that I make my relationship with God better and better and better every day. I'm not perfect. I don't, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, listen, you gotta be perfect, like, you can't blink, you can only blink at certain times. And no, because then I'll be telling you to be religious, and that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that in relationship with God, you can change your life, and you can change the life of the people around you. Okay, how do you do this? So I'm gonna leave a link on my description, okay, and I'm gonna introduce you to the person that is guiding me through this journey, and I believe he's gonna also change your life, and this could be the very beginning of a new life for you. I believe that your new life is gonna start after this video. If you go and you exit, that path that you're going through, okay? So just know that if you are going through depression, anxiety, addictions, anger issues, problems in your relationships, you're desperate, right? Perversion. If you are going through all of that, guys, you might not know. Like, I'm not saying you might, but you are not walking in the right path, and I recommend you to jump over to the other path where you're gonna experience patience, and you're gonna experience self-control. You're gonna experience peace, generosity with other people, joy and kindness. Like, wouldn't you want to be that person? Wouldn't you want to be that solution to the problem to people, and not the problem to people? Wouldn't you want to be that light in the darkness? Wouldn't you want to be that person in your family that says no more depression, no more anxiety, no more poverty? Guys, being poor is more than just being poor and not making money. Sometimes you gotta deal with things from your past and decisions that your family has made, and you don't even know about it. So I just want to create awareness, right, and let you guys know that whatever it is that you're going through, you could get out of that. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, it could be temporary or it could be permanent. You make that decision. But today I'm gonna leave in the description again the link. Go ahead and watch it, and let me know if you like the video, if this helped you in any kind of way. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you share with somebody that maybe they are not making the best decisions. Guys, sometimes they don't even know that there's another way. Sometimes people don't even know that there is a way out. But if you tell them, hey, go through that emergency exit and find the right path, the path of peace and love, you could do it. I did it, and it changed my life in many, many ways. Making money is cool, impacting is cool, speaking on stages is cool, but when God tells you you're my daughter and I love you, that's a whole different feeling. So I love you all, I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.